Good evening, friends. Welcome in. I want to thank everyone who is joining us for the first episode of Lively Lora Spirit Speak. Tonight we have Steve from Spooky Dookie. He's our first guest, has graciously agreed to join me in my grilling. And then we have a team announcement that we're super excited about. The first, the first drop of Tea with Timothy. And then we're going to do our recap of our latest investigation on the commercial hotel. So, with that being said, I'm Laura from PPC, Patriot Paranormal Crew, and we're going to go ahead and invite Steve from Spooky Dookie.
Howdy.
There he is. Hello, Steve. As we lovingly call you Dukers.
The Dukers.
Dukers. Where's Mrs. Dukers tonight?
She is upstairs painting the lovely doorway into the Dukers homestead.
The work never ends, never ends. So,
Never ends around
Steve,
here.
tell us because I know that it's. I'm sure you probably get tired of it sometime, but tell us how Spooky Dookie came to be. Give us your history, your background.
So, let's see here. A few years back, I worked for the county and I had a K9. And with when we were doing the training, met a guy there who also had a K9. And we were talking about one of the locations we were at, training the dogs. While we were there, we were just joking with each other about, oh, I bet this place is haunted. And sure as crap, it probably was. But we talked, and next thing you know, we went to Waverly Hills together. We only knew each other about a week, and then we just said, heck, let's throw our wives into this. And so we loaded up the car, headed to Waverly Hills, and then about a month later, we went to what was it for our
Where?
schoolhouse in
Or
Iowa.
mhm.
We went up there, and that was the first place I think we had a lot of things happen to us that we noticed at least. And the working bathrooms were downstairs in the old gymnasium, and I guess it may have been like the locker rooms back there, but there was no lights down there except for the bathrooms, and then there were no stall doors. And then when you sit in the stall, you look out, you look back to the boiler room where so we the the wives had decided pretty quickly that they would drive about 15-20 miles out of the way to go to a Casey's Pizza and gas station to use the bathrooms if they needed to. And then we came up with the buddy system, with the battle buddy system. But we were joking around when we got home about team names, and we just tossed it out there. We were like, man, what's the scariest places we've been to? And we talked about that, and we were like, man, if we ever had to take a number two there, go to the bathroom there, it's a spooky dookie coming. And so Ray tossed it out there, and it stuck. We didn't expect it to stick, and we've had a blast since. We love goofing around, having fun, but we love investigating, and we ran with it, and look where we are. I guess we're just having fun.
Look where you are. I think we have a picture of you guys, all four of you, that we're gonna put up.
Yeah.
So it's you and Mrs. Dukers, Natalie, lovingly,
Yes.
and Ray and his wife Allie, right?
Yes.
So don't get mad at us when we say Mrs. Dukers. I hope you never get upset about that, Natalie.
No, no, not at all. It's a term of endearment.
It really is. Nobody else calls you that. So I have to know. It's kind of goes in line with the name, the Spooky Dookie. Tell me about a time that you were probably the most scared on an investigation, or not necessarily scared, but maybe apprehensive. Like you weren't ready to really Scooby Doo out, but you were like, life choices.
So two places I would say for me. Uh, the first place was probably going to be Waverly Hills. Um, we went to the third floor, and all four of us on that third floor just said, mm-mm. I think Ray and Allie walked down two doors and turned right back around. And me and Natalie were already kind of walking down the steps, and we turn around, and here they are walking right behind us. So um, it was just a very off feeling up there. It was a very heavy, just ominous type of, I don't feel comfortable being up here. And the biggest thing about our team is we're not going to force anybody to do something they don't want to do. and I think, our wives are kind of they go for more moral support from me and Ray. This is our passion, and they do enjoy it. But when it comes down to it, if Allie gets a weird feeling or Natalie gets a weird feeling, they both look at each other and they're battle buddies. They'll go, "I'll go to the car with you," and they take off. Um,
Got it.
so,
Got
but the other place, I would have to say the one that gave us kind of like a jump scare would have been Morse Mill Hotel out here in Hillsboro. Uh, we were all standing in the room. On the first floor, and from that room, you could see down the stairs to the fireplace. Um, while we were standing there, I was watching the camera, so I didn't actually see the shadow. I was glued to the camera. But uh, Ray, Natalie, Allie, and then one of Ray's buddies that he works with and his wife were there, and they all started, are you guys seeing this? Like a shadow moved across from right to left across the doorway and blacked
Mm,
out the light coming from the basement.
mhm.
Well, Ray had the spirit box going, and somebody was laying on a bed, and Ray said, "Hey, can you tell us our name or your name?" Well, nothing came through. Ray said, "Can you tell us your name?" And Paul came through, but it came through real deep and real quick. And at that exact same time, the entire door blacked out. The cat balls went off in sequence, and and everybody was just kind of like, "What the hell did we just see?" Because as soon as the cat balls got done, or as soon as the cat balls went off, the black mass was gone. We could see back down the steps to the fireplace, and everything went back to normal. Um, and and it, I have to show the whole video sometime. You want to talk about bloopers and stuff like that? I don't think I've ever seen a couple people scared the way that I did that night. It caught us off guard. Looking back on it, we realized we probably need to act a little bit differently. But there were a couple screams, female screams, and probably some male ones that sounded like females. So
It was all
it
you. Don't lie.
yeah,
It was you.
we left a spooky dookie there. So um, after
Uh,
after that,
Go
Emos
ahead.
delivered pizza, and they couldn't have been in the best time ever because we all sat outside for about a half of a minute, and we sat out there for probably about a half an hour just eating pizza and BSing because we didn't want to go back to that room
You didn't
for a
wanna go
while.
back in.
We
You're like, "No,
we
I'm
saw enough
good."
that night.
Well, it's funny that you say that, about Morris Mill because 'cause we're actually gonna go check that place out in January, and we're really excited. So,
We've we've been twice. You guys are gonna love it.
I really hope so. I started doing my research about, a year ago and, we decided not to go, but then we got reached out to again, so we're excited to check that place out and see. I don't know that we wanna scream like girls, but we'll see what happens.
Well, you may
You
not.
never
That was
know.
our first actual like holy crap jump scare. So
So tell me, what aggravates you the most when you're on an investigation? Is it like road noise? Is it what is your biggest pet peeve when you're trying to get
I
your
would I
evidence?
would say road noise would be a good one. I will be honest with you. Halfway through the investigation, I do get hangry. So if I do not have snacks, it's going to be a long night. Um, it's not the spirits that get mad. It's me. No, I would say equipment malfunctions is probably the thing that irritates me the most. You get a K2 meter that acts up or a REM pod that acts up. Um, you know, and it could be the equipment or it could be something in there pulling energy from the equipment to mess with it. Your camera dies off and on. And you just put a brand new battery before we leave the house. We charge everything. You get there, you walk into an area 5 minutes later, you're blinking red already, and what's going on? I think for me that's the most frustrating part. Luckily, I bring portable chargers everywhere I go, so I've learned that lesson. So to
Oh,
me, that's
Miss
probably the most frustrating part. I can get through weather, stuff like that. That don't bother me too much, but it's the equipment malfunction.
Mr. Ryobi is gonna have a battery on hand no matter what. I was gonna say that I think that's probably one of Eric's biggest pet peeves too, is just like the camp everything dying and having to change batteries so often. Lord knows we have to hear about that quite frequently when it happens, be it equipment or it something else drawing that energy.
Yep.
So, speaking of equipment, what I have a question. So, if you could only take one piece of equipment to a location, what would it be? So, if you could only take one piece to like Missouri State Pen, which piece would you choose?
Just my cell phone. So and the reason why is for me personally, the best equipment is your body.
Mm,
You got a gut instinct, right? You got your ears, you got your eyes, you can smell, you got all your senses. In the phone, you can video, you can do EVP sessions on that, and you can take pictures. If it was a last second type of thing, and I wanted to go to a place like that, I would be fine with taking my phone. Um, because sometimes EVPs are the best thing that you could ever catch. I mean, it makes everything so much more worthwhile while you're there. Uh, but if it wasn't that, uh, I don't. I would just say it's my phone. I'm pretty easy. I like going there. I could just sit in the silence and be happy and listen.
happy. They have names for people like us, you know? Do you think it's the same? Like, no matter what the location is, you would just take your phone or not have anything at all?
Yeah, I mean, it depends. I mean, if it's a super active location, and you really want to try to practice some new ideas or skills or something along that line, then yeah, I think equipment is there because if one piece goes off, you can use another piece to see. A REM pod goes off, but the K2 meter doesn't go off, or so it's things like that that you can try to start seeing why would this work, but this doesn't work, or if they both go off in sequence, you got something going on. Um,
Mhm.
so it definitely, if it's something super active, something like that, yeah, or I could be more than happy just sitting back and enjoying. So
So if you're going to Morris Mill by yourself, are you taking your cell phone or are you gonna sit in the quiet?
might be in the fetal position, but I'll be sitting in the quiet. I'll be texting Ray saying, "Yeah, you need to come over, buddy."
You're done. I can't do this anymore, sir. I need your assistance. So, what's your favorite memory from an investigation from all of the ones that you've been on? Just for whatever reason, it's the one that sticks out the most.
To be honest with you, is nothing with paranormal. To be honest with you, it's going to different locations, the history. Uh, Ray, if he's watching, and my wife, if I think she's on upstairs watching. I'm a big fan of how they used to build things back then. I love the architecture. I love the stonework, the woodworking. The history of the places is phenomenal. And the paranormal for me is a bonus. I love the paranormal, but going to these places and spending time with friends, other groups, getting to network like that, that to me is absolutely the best part of everything. And working with other groups that might be hosting events or something like that and helping people out. I enjoy that. I'll do that every day of the week if I could figure out a way to do it. The paranormal's a blast, but just being able to travel and see these locations and making memories is to me the best part. It sounds very
Nice.
Hallmarkish now that you think about it, but
I
um,
know. I thought I turned on the Hallmark channel for a moment.
hey, yeah,
There they are.
yeah,
That's a really good picture. I really like that one.
yeah. That
I
that
think that's
we got a good
what
group.
you do. Oh, there they are.
Yeah,
So
we
Eric
actually
was showing me this picture. The guy who is the guy in the window? Because I didn't notice that until Eric pointed it out to me.
I never seen the guy. No, I'm just joking. So no, that is actually I think that's Matt Lamp with Missouri. What is
Strange,
it? Missouri?
strange paranormal.
Yes,
Okay,
yes. He was the one that gave us the tour that night of the place there, and
nice,
kind of gave us a history rundown of it, and then he left, and then we had the place to ourselves.
nice, awesome. Um, why? I was gonna say, if you could build a dream team of investigators, who would you have on your team and why? So if you were going to build your dream team of like I get to handpick these people to be on an investigation with me, who would it be and why?
So
Oh, look at the wheels turn.
it's turning. A heads up would have been great. Hey, no, I think you got to have a wide range or variety of people. I think our team is actually the way that our team is set up is pretty good. You got military and law enforcement, so you got people automatically that you might feel uncomfortable going into places, but yet you're trained to kind of work through that and kind of push through that a little bit. So you're kind of used to working in the unknown or in some kind of off-putting situations. Plus, we try to debunk things just naturally because in law enforcement, you don't want to take everything for granted, right? So it could be something else making a noise, or it could be that. Allie, she's a nurse, respiratory therapist, I think. So I think having that, like when we go to places that are for medical things, I think that she can relate with spirits there. She gets a little bit more interactions with things there. My wife is a school teacher, so when we went to for our schoolhouse and stuff like that, places that actually had uh, classrooms set up and stuff like that, we use her kind of to more talk to kids and see if there's any children entities there, or other teachers that are there, staff. So I think it's good to have a wide spectrum of people and not just everybody is the same occupation or the same thing, and
Mhm.
having open minds. Um, plus, having people that can debunk as such as I work on our house quite a bit. We're updating things, so you know being able to take the initiative to say, is that a footstep, or is that a leaky pipe, or is that a leaky faucet making the noise? you know a running toilet could be doing something. So I think it's good to have people with open minds, and the career paths to me are actually a big thing.
Good answer, Steve. Good answer. So, why do you think the spirits stay? Like, I mean, have you put much thought in like why places are haunted? Why?
I try not to.
It keeps me up at night.
Yeah, and no, well, we have our own rules. When we leave there, we say, you're not welcome to stay or follow us. You got to
Mhm,
stay here. Um, you know, I think that goes to everybody. I think there's religious reasons, and beliefs behind it. And some people who aren't religious, I've talked to people who are and who aren't. The people who aren't maybe say it's just unresolved business, or they're looking over family members. And I kind of tend to believe that to a point. I've had some dealings with a friend of mine that I served in with the military, that has come through on multiple occasions. Um, and using the God helmet, I actually saw him and he told me he's okay. Why is he still sticking around? I can't tell you that. And I wish I had a definite answer, but you know, um, and I'm pretty religious, but and I just it's a hard one to explain. It really is. I don't even know, honestly.
mhm.
You stumped me on that one. I got my own thought process. I just can't get it out.
Hey, it's all good. Hey, I get it. I didn't show you the questions beforehand, so
No, no, it's that's a good question because there's a lot of people that are mixed on it, depending on your beliefs, there is no, sticking around. It's you go straight to heaven, and there's
Mhm.
and the people who are behind are considered either demons, and then there's some people who don't believe that, and I do believe one day we'll all find out.
Absolutely. So before I move on to my next one, I was thinking today about how we met you. And I think it was way back in December of last year. And I was looking for a team to go to Emmaus, and I was asking for other teams that wanted to join. And you were one of the first ones that was like, hey, I think that because this we didn't go until July, and you're like, hey, I think we'd be interested in doing that. So that's how
Yes.
we initially started talking. There we are. Ryobi man.
Yeah. Eric's got
But then
jokes.
uh, it was funny though because then in late January we were like, "Oh, we're gonna get to go to Arcadia," and
Yes.
we had no idea any of the other teams that were gonna go. And I think I made a video or a post or something, and you reached out and you're like, "Hey, are you gonna be there?" And I'm like, "Hey, oh wait, are you gonna be there?" So it was really cool that we had no idea that either team was invited, but we ended up
Right.
being there and we got to sit down and have dinner and meet for the first time
And
and
then,
actually
uh,
go
and then after
investigate
that, I
that
think
night.
we just decided Ray and I were just going to throw ourselves on you guys, and we were just, hey, whether you like it or not, we're going to be following you.
And we had a great time. I
It
think
was a
that
blast.
the Yeah, that mag light session in the priest, the basement,
The basement was
was one
great.
of the yeah, it was a really good session, and Eric and I really hadn't done a whole lot with mag lights before, but that worked out really well, and I'm glad that we got to do that. So,
And to this
I
day, we have never had responses like that.
you're
I
welcome.
mean, we've had it go off and on a little bit, but that was that was crazy.
Well, we haven't either. I think it's all about the energy, and I
Right.
mean, whoever's with you. So I'm very appreciative for that and that opportunity, and that we got to hang out with you guys and really get to know
Absolutely.
you better. So, and speaking of that, so what do you think about the next generation of ghost hunters? Shall we say spirit hunters? Would you want your daughter to continue in the spooky dooky footsteps?
When she gets to be of age, I would definitely I wouldn't say no to it. But that would be have to be her decision. Um, and actually, you can say hi real quick. This is little Dukes.
Little Dukes.
Little Duke. Um, yeah, so I mean, that's definitely up to her. The new generation, I think, is more involved with the jump scares. They're more involved with the demonology or the demons of it. Everything is demonic. Everything is this. Everything is out to get you. Um, but then again, that's what sells. You watch YouTube and watch some of these people go around, and that's all they do is they scream, they yell. Something's
Mhm.
following me, something's out to get me. And it really and honestly, it's never been like that for us. We've been all over the place. You know, Probably not as much as other teams, but we've traveled and never once have we been running and screaming through the hallways and flipping
Morse
tables
Mill.
and
Just
right.
at Morse Mill.
Yeah, just at more smell. Um, so we've never experienced anything like that. And either we're really bad ghost hunters and we don't know what we're doing, or they're just super good at what they do and they're magical. I don't know what to tell you. Um, I do
They're
believe,
magical.
you do get the jump scares, but for what I've seen, that it's turned me off of a lot of the shows from the younger generation at least. You don't find too many more shows where they're like, "Oh, we hear this. Let's go try to figure out what it actually is." You
Right.
hear a noise and they're like, "Oh crap, it's demonic." Well,
Right.
it could be a
So
squirrel.
speaking of TV shows, what's your favorite secret show that you love? You still watch it when it comes on. You know you do.
I
Your
will
celebrity
never
crush.
say no. Are you talking? Are you talking paranormal?
Sure.
I grew up on Ghost Hunters, and I will still watch that from season one all the way up until the newest season. Um, I know the two main guys had their falling out, but in the first few seasons of it, when it was on Sci-Fi, uh, I mean, that's what we based kind of our investigating off of is finding the evidence and trying to debunk it first. Because if you don't debunk it, I mean, everything is paranormal. It's unknown.
Everything.
So yeah, everything is. So
Everything.
everything.
Doesn't matter. It's the wind, but it's paranormal. So somehow I knew that you were going to say ghost hunters. It didn't matter to me. All right. Couple more questions, and then I'm going to let you go work on your house since you had to spend 18 weeks out in deer camp and you neglected everything.
I got the conversation already from my wife. No.
I guarantee you did. Mrs. Dukers was on it. So with Thanksgiving coming in a
Yeah.
couple days, what's your favorite food for Thanksgiving?
Stuffing and gravy, hands down. I could live without the turkey. Stuffing and gravy. That's where it's at. I think that's
Nice.
probably what I take the most of seconds and to take home.
Nice.
You
So if you could take that on investigations with you, would you take that?
you, you guys have seen my equipment load is kind of like yours. Don't be surprised if you see a backpack and I open it up and I got stuffing and gravy next time. Just to prove you right. I would
Oh,
totally
you're
do
gonna have
that.
a cooler. I'm gonna have I see a cooler over there and be like, what is that?
If
It's
Ryobi honestly made a microwave, I would honestly contemplate it.
yes. To the rescue. I gotta tell you. Steve was the absolute like winner of the time at Emmaus. Oh my gosh, it was so hot in July. And without his portable fans and all of those generators and I don't even know what else you call them, but my goodness, without those, I think we would have had heat stroke. It was insane how hot it was there.
To all those
So I
people
don't
that said I
recommend
would
going there
never
in July.
amount to anything, look at that. I'm in debt
Yes,
with Ryobi, and I made somebody happy.
that's right. Oh my gosh, absolutely. Okay, so lots of people happy. That's right. All right, a couple more questions, and then you are free to go do house chores. What would you say is the one main thing that you've learned since beginning your paranormal journey?
Take it slow. I think in the beginning, I mean, in the beginning, you're excited, your adrenaline's pumping, you're wanting to get in there. You're not taking in the environment, you're not taking in your surroundings, you're not taking in, you're not taking in the sounds that you hear. You're just looking for that one magical apparition. You're looking for that shadow figure. You're looking for that aha moment. And it will come eventually. When I worked in corrections, that was, you start your job there and you go in gung ho, you're Mr. High and Mighty, but as you get older, you kind of learn to take a breath, calm down, relax, look around at everybody, and that's the same thing with ghost hunting and doing the paranormal is you can't rush to conclusions. You can't go in full force and expect to catch everything, you know uh walking straight through a hallway and just looking down at the floor with your flashlight. You're missing everything that you walk with or what you can see when you go down the hallway. So, um, taking it slow. I think that's the main thing for me.
I think that's really good. That's good advice too, because everybody's always excited, and you forget to take a breath and kind of look around and
It
take it
is
all
because
in. So
you think 8 hours is quite a bit. It's quite a long time, and if you I mean if you hit the ground running and you hit up all these active spots and then you're kind of sitting back there and you're like, well, what do I do for the next 4 hours? Take your time. You got 4 more hours. It's not
right.
a race.
No, well, we always seem to be at the end of 8 hours going, where to go? I didn't get to do this, or I didn't get to do that.
Right.
So it always happens that way. There'll never be enough time. All right, Steve. So what do you guys have coming up this year for 2026? Do you have locations booked? What do you already have on the calendar?
We have a team meeting in December. Ray and I were texting last night, and we're going to do it, I think, the first or second week of December. And we have places in mind. Definitely Edinburgh Manor. We want to go back to Ashmore Estates. I was there not too long ago helping out with an event with Haunted Souls Paranormal, and it was absolutely phenomenal. I loved that place. Um,
I'm
beautiful,
wearing my
beautiful
Ashmore hoodie,
structure.
by the way.
Oh, there you go. So we want to venture out a little bit. We want to go to places that McIntyre Villa. We want to head to Kansas City. I would love to go down to the Myrtle Plantation. That was one of the Ghost Hunter episodes that I was like, holy crap, this place looks amazing. Um, so there's a lot of places I want to travel, but we got to see what the budget allows and time. Uh, I got a crazy 8-year-old daughter that's into dance, sports, friends, parties. So um, it's just a work life and balance. So and Ray's schedule, he works quite a lot of weird hours, and so does Allie. Um, so we sit down and we do the best that we can. But there's a lot of places we want to go to.
Nice. I have a feeling we're going to see you this coming year. So
Yes,
more than once. We'll be collabing at some point. So
absolutely, we would
where
love it.
where can people find you? Where can they get your socials? What's your digits, Steve?
Well, no. So I was gonna say call for a good time. Um, no, we are on Facebook. You can find us at Spooky Dookie Paranormal on Facebook. We have an Instagram. I don't know. I think it's linked to my Facebook. So if we post, I think it goes there. We are mainly only, and I would say mainly, I think we are only on Facebook. So Spooky Dookie Paranormal on Facebook. We're the only ones with that logo. So if you see a
Yes.
ghost, yes, that's us.
Yes.
Um,
Yes.
so you can't mistaken it. And Yeah, reach on out, and we love to meet new people, new teams, and we're definitely open for conversations and stuff like that. So
Awesome. Well, before you go, I have a question. We have one last photo, and I have to ask you what were you doing? Like what what is this? I really want to know.
Eric's gotten good with Photoshop, eh? Hey, you know what? I can defend that. I have a daughter, and we were playing dolls. As a father with a daughter, you make a lot of sacrifices, and I play with dolls.
Poor
Maybe
Winnie.
that one's a little awkward, but yeah,
She just needs some love. That's all.
that's all, she needs a little TLC, tender love and care,
Poor
and
little Winnie.
maybe a little story read to her at night, and she'll be just fine.
Yeah, I think she can come stay with you for a while. I think that she's a traveling doll.
Yeah, yeah, that's fine. And actually, what I will do is, as soon as I get it, I will mail it to Ray.
Oh, that's gonna be the
Either that or it's going to
traveling.
go return to sender. So either one.
Yes. Well, thank you so much, Mr. Dukers, for joining me. I
No,
really
I love you
appreciate it.
guys. Appreciate you guys having us.
I hope you had fun. Um, we just really wanted to talk about you and get you out there. So
Appreciate it.
you're welcome. Thank you. So we're going to let Steve go so he can go do his house chores, and we're going to bring up, I think, the rest of our team to do a little tea with Timothy segment. Hello, Rochelle. Thank you. There's Tim. And
What's up, guys?
I think we're ready for tea with Timothy. So if you are listening, watching,
Proceed with caution.
proceed with caution. Please know that this next segment is not our team's beliefs. It is completely satire, and we hope that you laugh. So, with that, here we go. Hmm.
And now it's time for Tea with Timothy. Welcome to Tea with Timothy. With Thanksgiving coming up, we're going to discuss how to avoid unnecessary drama at the Thanksgiving table. So, Tim, what are we going to do when Cousin Kathy comes in with her stinking husband?
Tell him we need to go wash the car and actually put him in the trunk. Just pop the trunk and hose him out like, I mean, you can smell him coming from 10 miles away. Smells like a whole can of bounce, that ass. That ass ain't been washed in years. That, ugh, no. No, sir. No.
So I got to ask you another one. What about Grandpa's judging ass? What are we going to do about him?
Oh, that man want to act like he better than everybody else. Like, didn't work a day in his life, but always the first at the supermarket, waiting for a handout at that free sample booth. I mean, and we know he going to the Chinese restaurant and stealing food. He walking in the door with 3 Ziplocs, shoving them in Grandma's purse, acting like he ain't doing nothing.
So what about when Nancy, Aunt Nancy, brings home her jobless man? How's he going to react to that?
Be like, listen here, buffet pants. Take your ass back to the living room.
I just thought of something. Aunt Susan, she's vegan. You know she's going to bring that sign, that protesting sign. How are we going to deal with that?
I mean, the best way would be put her in the backyard like the damn dog. I mean, she gonna be out there hugging the trees anyway. Take her old freaking vegan having ass on somewhere. We made her ass a tofu turkey. She needs to shut the hell up. Take her ass in the living room and watch the parade with everyone else. Act like you got some damn sense. Tree hugging hoe.
Oh, did you hear about Becky? Oh yeah, she's quitting her job to run a trap house. Thinking about changing her name. Triple B, bottom bitch Becky. How are we gonna deal with her?
Oh. Speak of the devil.
She's calling right now.
What up, ho? Oh, Eric just told me you running the trap. Girl, they better be paying you good. Last I knew, you was working in the strip club.
She gonna get them kids taken away.
Yeah, girl. They gonna take your kids, they gonna take your shit, they gonna lock you up. You best go back to stripping, that's the best thing you can do. Don't be running that trap house. Acting like you know what you doing, bitch.
So there's some tips on how to avoid unnecessary drama. Just don't go.
No, stay out of that mess. You can't mess with these hoes.
That's what I'm gathering though. Just don't go. That's the only way.
Just don't go. Problem solved. I mean, or you give them a gummy. Set them straight right at the door.
Until next time, this has been Tea with Timothy.
My goodness. Just don't go. Just don't go. Oh, please no. Completely satire, folks. But you do have someone like that
Sometimes
in
it's
your family.
yeah,
don't
you
go.
gotta like take it all in and process it somehow.
Yeah, you do. Or give him a gummy. Get him at the door. Whatever works for you. Tea with Timothy. It's always a surprise.
You never know what's gonna come up.
Well, Thanksgiving is a little, we we kind of let that
Thanksgiving's a
one
little
be
too
just
much
because.
for everybody.
Yeah. So we had to. All right. Woo! With that, I think it's time to make our announcement. We have added our fifth member to our team, and
Woo
her
woo.
name is Miss Teresa. She is there. She is. Hello.
Hi.
We went to the commercial and we came back with another member. I tell you what, guys.
You just can't get rid of me.
We had such a great time talking with her. And she has some abilities that she's not, using, that I think is really going to bring something to our team that we don't have. So Teresa, why don't you introduce yourself and tell us about you and why you wanted to be a member of the Goof Troop.
Um, well, first, I'm wearing my my fan shirt, but I'm officially the noob now. So I made myself a little patch
Love it.
to make
Woo
do.
woo.
I just have really enjoyed the time that I've got to spend with you guys, and be able to talk to somebody about being an empath and not feel so uncomfortable and unsure. It's something that I've known and wanted to grow, but was honestly kind of scared of, if that makes sense.
A little hesitant. Yeah.
Yeah. I am honestly, I just had a snack delivery. Sorry.
This is why
I'm a big
she
chicken.
fits in so well with us.
Just open the door and like slide the snacks in, like perfect.
I love it.
I've always enjoyed watching and learning about the paranormal. I love history and historic buildings and sites and learning. And you guys just make me feel really comfortable. asking questions and not making me feel real ignorant when I do. And I appreciate that. So I'm excited. I am scared to death. Not really scared to death, but nervous, right? Because it's a whole new experience. The only investigating, if you would call it that, is that time that I spent with you guys in January here at the hotel. And that's all I have under my belt. So I'm excited to learn about the places that we're going, and learn what you guys do, and doing that with you guys. So I'm super pumped. I'm excited. So I hope you're ready for Scooby-Doo to be on board.
Well, go ahead. I was going to say, I don't have to talk now. You guys can talk too, because it was a team decision to say, hey, we're gonna bring Teresa on. So
We've already got Scooby Doo, so we're just going to call you Scrappy Doo.
Perfect.
You know, when I say no, ma'am, that we're not going in that area, that place.
Perfect.
so if there's a bat in a location,
We
Got to
send
go.
Tim.
110%. We are done with that location. We are going back to a different spot of that location, and that bat can go on now.
Perfect. I think the bat went with you. We have
Oh.
not seen it or heard it since.
I about jumped up on that table in Rob's workshop. Like, I was like,
right.
it was fantastic.
For like a week, every time I went down there, I was cowering and kind of looking in all of the spaces and just waiting for the bat to come out. And so far, so good. So
Good.
maybe it found its way out
Maybe
the way it came in.
Or it's just hibernating for the winter. Either one. You might see
Or
it
maybe
all
Tim
night.
scared it shitless, so it's gone.
Well, that's true. That's true.
there's a good chance of it, because I was like, no, and like skedaddled across the floor.
Maybe he threw gummies at it.
Yes.
Like, when it's something you can see, it makes a difference. Like, it's scurrying across the floor and fluttering and stuff falling around it. I'm like, yeah, no, that's something.
No, I'm glad it made its appearance for you and not me. Thanks for taking my.
We never saw it, but I have to tell you guys, when I was reviewing evidence, I could hear us in the other room going, "Here, Batty, 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 Batty." I laughed so hard. Oh my goodness. So speaking of, we have a couple clips that we're going to show from our investigation there a couple of weeks ago. We haven't gone completely through everything yet, but we do have a couple that we want to show. And one of them we sent to Rob and Teresa and played already. But just to set it up, I'm sorry. I'm being told by producer Collie that we have to show pictures first. So we're going to show pictures first. But we do have a couple clips that we're going to show as well. So there she is, the beautiful commercial. Beautiful. And it's such a bonus to have Teresa own this location and now be a part of our team. Love the Halloween. They go all out for Halloween. So we had to do a little photo shoot out there with the decorations because they were amazing. And this, when you first walk in, that staircase just will grab your attention, and you could just feel the energy coming off of it. It's one of those things that takes you, as soon as you step inside, you step back in time. And then on the other side, you'll see that 20 on the door. And I don't know, Teresa can tell me if it's, potentially original or not. But when it was a hotel, obviously the rooms were numbered. And that 20 just stood out to me for some reason. So I had to take a picture of that, just to wonder how many people had passed through that door and stayed there.
They are original. When we first purchased the hotel, all of the upstairs rooms still had their door badges. We lived in another state when we bought it. So between signing and physically coming back, some of them were missing. So the ones that are still on the door are the original. They just didn't want to leave. They were stuck to the door. They cracked one of them trying to get it off, but it's still there. So yeah, we watch at auctions and that sort of thing to see if they come up, so we can bring them home. But yeah.
I knew it was calling out to me for a reason. I'm like that. It has some energy coming off of it, so I have to take a picture of that one for sure, just to show it. And if you guys, honestly, if you ever get a chance to go down, you have to check it out. There's just, all of the rooms are themed, and it's amazing, amazing, amazing place. Rob and Teresa are excellent, excellent owners. They take such good care of it. You can tell the love they've poured into it. This past year, there was some weather, and they had some bad weather and lost the roof, and it was just a absolute mess. And we were really kind of concerned if they would get it back, to where we could come and visit again. And I think you guys worked your tail ends off, and all the help, and it's beautiful. So, and you did
Thank you.
great, great, great job. So we commend you for that.
Thank you. Thank
yeah,
you.
I mean, I think that anybody, if you're ever in that area, it would be an amazing place for you. Do you give tours if they ask, or do you need to contact you beforehand if someone wants
Yeah.
to come in and just tour?
If I am home, and I see somebody out and about, and I got time, I'll definitely give them a tour. They can absolutely contact us and arrange something. This Saturday, we're excited. They're doing Hometown Holiday on the Square and asked us to participate. So we'll be selling some hotel merch and giving tours on the hour starting at 8 until noon. I think the last one will be at noon. So I'm excited.
awesome.
That's awesome.
I love it. I love it. And you guys, she's actually sitting in the Jesse James suite, which is the room
Wow.
that Mr. Jesse would stay in when he was at the hotel. And I think, Teresa, you said he's in the ledger for signing in, and was known to stay in that suite because he could easily get out the front and down to his horse and get away from the law when they were coming.
Yes. So Jesse's room faces the courthouse, and so he could watch. There was a tree to the south of the building, and he would hitch his horse to the tree, per the legend, and climb out the front window, shimmy down the tree to his horse, and take off across the rope bridge into Roscoe and Monica to hide out until the coast was clear. So.
Yeah. And
Wow.
I mean, just that alone. I mean, just knowing that history and that happened there is fascinating to me.
It's
to be able to
really
walk.
cool. It's really cool.
To be able to walk.
And
where
it
those things
was
happen.
kind of daunting to redo the room because we really wanted to do it justice, and we wanted it to be as original as we could imagine that it would be. The funny thing with the hotel is we have pictures dating back to the late 1800s, early 1900s of the outside, all sorts of pictures of the outside. We don't have any pictures of the inside. Somebody was nice enough to send us a picture. They stayed here on their honeymoon, and the picture that they had was of the fire escapes. And so it was just a corner of a bed and the rope fire escape that you would toss out the window.
Wow.
And so that's all we've seen, but it's hosted weddings and all sorts of gatherings and nothing.
It's
weird.
That's amazing to me, after all of these years, there's not.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, there had to be pictures. It just makes me wonder if they were in great grandma and grandpa's attic, and, they just got thrown away over time, which makes me really even more sad.
Definitely.
I'm sure they exist. Okay. So we do have a couple clips. And you guys, Tim and Rochelle, jump in definitely if you want to talk about your experiences this last time at commercial. I know we kind of touched on the bat, but how do you guys feel this go around from the investigation compared to the first time we were there?
It was different. I can't say it was worse. I can't say it was better. It was different. We didn't get the same people down in the basement, obviously, as we had before. I don't think we went down to the basement looking for Birdie this time. I think we kind of went down just open armed to see who we could get.
Eric said
I don't know. I just love that place. Teresa, you've got a wonderful, wonderful place. There's so much it's like an onion. There's so much to unpeel that we've not even gotten to, I think. So I'm overwhelmed every time I go in because there's just everything is coming at me, but we got to focus on one thing at a time to unpeel it. So
that's what I was going to say. I think this time something drew me more towards the basement. I think in the back area, the rooms that you guys are working on, and lo and behold, those are the two areas that were probably the most active. I think there's some interesting folks in that back. You know, the rooms that you guys are working on. I think a lot of residual back there, but definitely some intelligent. You know, at one point we thought that someone was throwing some pebbles or some little rocks at us back there. But
very, very loud.
Yes. And we definitely got some voices come through that told us to leave, and it's time to go now. And I don't know that we clipped that for tonight, but we'll put that in our video. It was very prominent. Leave, and it's time to on the portal box. It's time to go now, or it's time to get out. And we were like, okay, well then, all right, we're gonna move on somewhere else. But I think we'll go ahead and play on the portal when we were in the basement. One of the very first things that comes out is we think a spirit tried to tell on us because we were in Rob's space. Very loud. Very loud. We really appreciate you guys talking to us and communicating.
I think take the stand-up K2 with you, Laura.
Okay.
Did I say that's Rob?
Holy crap,
That's Rob, is what it said.
that just gave me chills
Me
all the
too.
way up and down my body.
Me too.
Yeah, that's Rob.
Yeah. So.
well, we were touching some of Rob's things, and I think it was saying, "Hey, that's Rob's. Leave it alone."
Oh yeah, yeah. They were telling on us. They're like, "No, you don't belong here." So that's a good thing. You have very protective spirits over your belongings.
I always joke that we, because it just sounds so crazy, that we have obedient spirits. They really respect our wishes, and we try to give them the same. So, but yeah, that was cool to kind of see and hear them be a little protective of Rob's things downstairs. But they start snitching on me.
It's a different story.
Yeah.
His face, though, when we played that was priceless. I have to tell you. You should just play that for him, Teresa, randomly.
I should just put a speaker
like,
down at the bottom of the stairs.
Yes.
Make it his alarm on his phone.
Yes. Yes. That would be great. And I think we have another clip. And this one is when we were all in the Sally Rand suite and we were not paying attention. We were all in there just BSing and we were not paying attention to the spirits. And then all of a sudden we're like, oh, okay. So cat ball over here, cat ball over here, cat ball over here, cat ball. So yeah, we just thought this was kind of neat towards the end of the night. I think if he plays it. It's coming. Bear with us.
That's the out ball right up there. You see it?
Get that third one.
It's in the bonnet. I said I can't.
I think you can.
Get the one in the bonnet. You can do it.
Is it because it's too high up?
There's one on the bed here too. Can you get that one?
You don't think it's from that refrigerator vibrating, do
That
you?
would be this one over here. Can you get them all three? Come on. I know you can.
One. Number two.
Yeah, it hasn't stopped.
Touch the one in that bonnet. Get all three.
You can do it. Come on.
Here, I got an idea. What if I do this?
Hang it on the door.
That's what I'm gonna do. You can do it now.
It's strong.
Yep. Get all three. Get the one in that bonnet there.
Get the one in that bonnet.
Yes, you got it.
Bonnet, it said. You hear it?
Bonnet. Yep. Let's do the bonnet.
I got you.
Hey. Hurry. So we tried really, really hard to get it to do all three at the same time, and it never would. But I do think it was interesting that we were getting bonnet to come through. And when we were counting down like 1, 2, 3, like we would get 3 come through. And all when we initially we weren't paying attention to them at all. We were just talking to each other and just BSing back and forth. And it was like almost, hey, don't forget, I'm here. Excuse me. Pay attention to me. What do you, Teresa, you hadn't seen that before.
No, I had not. That's really, it's really cool to see. Rob and I had joked about getting cat balls to see. And I'm like, can you imagine, like, I get up in the middle of the night, there's like a disco out there. I'm like, I don't know that I'm here for that. Like,
I would
so
love
I
it. You
don't
have to film
know.
it. Please film it.
So we'll see. If we lay some cat balls around and see if we can't get some movement, but it's really cool to see them, lighting them off, and for so long, just really kind of going at it. So I was really rooting for them to get that bonnet one.
I know. We were like, come on, please. And they, never did. So I don't know. I mean, I was really hoping so. And we even moved it to the windowsill too, and they still never would touch that one too. But yeah, we'll probably send you home with some cat balls when we see you next month, so you can get the disco going in the commercial.
Nice. Cool drive by. I think we're getting the club going in here.
Yes, it's going to be a party up in the commercial. I love it.
Yes.
So I will tell you though, I did review all of Eric and I sleeping, and sadly, the cat ball did not go off on my nightstand next to me, so I did not get anything while I was sleeping. Dang it, I'm a little bummed about that. But we didn't have a camera on it, but the cat ball by the TV went off right before on the fireplace when we were falling asleep. It went off 4 times in a row, and I was like, okay, good. I think this is a good sign. And then it was like, oh, okay, well, they're sleeping. I'm going somewhere else now. They're boring.
They're boring.
I even put Westerns on the TV to fall asleep to. I was like, oh, this has to work. And no, it did not work. So unfortunately.
Sorry.
So what do you guys, Tim, Rochelle, anything else you want to add to our recap of commercial?
No, it was definitely, like Rochelle said, a different experience, but in a good way. Like, it was like new things being discovered, like the next layer of, doing investigation at the commercial. It seems like every place we go, the second time we go, we find different evidence and just a whole different view.
Mm-hmm.
That's good, though.
That is good.
There's tons more to learn there.
Oh yeah, there's many trips involved with that one for sure. So
well, I look forward to them.
Go
No, I
ahead.
was just gonna say basically the same thing Tim did. There's just so much to uncover. And like you said, that back room, since we hadn't really ever investigated that, you had just opened that up to us. And
Yeah. Yeah.
we won't go into all of it because there's a whole lot there, a whole lot in there. But it was just, they were there. They knew we were there.
Mm-hmm.
They weren't sure of us. We weren't sure of them. They were curious of us. We were curious of them. And then it was
Right.
just, we're done. So we're going to go back when they're not done and go right on back in with them.
Very good. Very good.
And
We
I'm
look
really
forward
curious to
to
see
it.
now that Teresa's going to be with us, like how that dynamic is going to change with them. You know what I mean? Like, what are they going to be like? Oh, okay, you know.
Well, it definitely will, because look at our first investigation. When you did come in and investigate with us, they started coming around a little bit more.
Yep.
And you always have to tell them. Again, I think you
Yeah.
guys you've built a lot of respect with them, and they've built a lot of respect with you.
Absolutely.
And
Because when we first started that night, we had to have you reiterate to them, it's okay to talk to us. That's what they're here for. And then finally we started getting, more evidence.
Interaction. Mm-hmm.
of course, Winifred, I think, is Tim's fault for saying that we weren't getting things.
She had to go.
Yeah, she did.
Oh, she's coming home with you, Tim.
No, ma'am.
I'm
Well,
very grateful that Winnie's been rehomed. So
I will tell you, she has not come into my house. Okay.
yeah.
I got out of the truck and I put her on the porch. And then when my husband came home, I said, you need to take her and put her away safely. And so he did.
Good man. Good man. Good man.
Poor Winnie. She just needs some
I
loving.
know.
That's all.
Mm-mm.
She's had
Well,
a
she's
rough-
going to get a dress
Nope.
and a bonnet. She needs a dress.
Oh,
She does.
very nice. She definitely
Mm.
And
needs
then I'm curious how she'll change after she's dressed. So there's always that too. I mean, it's a never-ending process. We're just we have so much investigating to do.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's just
Should we be welcome back, I guess, we're assuming that you're going to invite us back.
Oh my
I know,
gosh,
right?
yes. Yes, 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 yes. It's so funny.
She said keep Winnie at your house, Rochelle.
Well,
don't bring her back.
at all?
No. Oh.
But you
Yeah,
have custody
see?
too.
I trust your judgment, but if you bring her back, she leaves with you again.
Okay.
It's just
She got to
visitation,
stay
that's all.
outside. She is not allowed in the house.
No, she is not. She's not allowed in the house.
That's too funny.
Yeah. And when Rob
So-
said that you guys had reached out and wanted to come back, we were so excited because it's not. I tried to give you guys your space this time because I wanted. Such a dweeb. I wanted to hang out so bad, but I didn't want to interrupt or insert myself.
You should have just came on down, like literally.
So I just I didn't want to interrupt, so I let you guys do your thing, and so I'm excited for any time you guys come. We enjoy having you, and I'm really excited I get to spend more time with you, and
So are we.
get to do all the
Yep.
shenanigans. So it's gonna be
Absolutely.
We definitely bring the shenanigans, that's for sure.
Yes, we
good. I'm already
do.
taking notes for snacks and like.
And we didn't break the bed this time.
No, all the furniture is intact. It's amazing.
It took me till the end of the night to even sit on the bed. I want you to know that.
And she hesitated. She was like, okay,
Laura, sit down.
So gingerly.
I did too. I was like, oh man, okay, finally. I'm gonna sit up here though, not down there. Only up here.
That's my all-time favorite.
Yes.
Sorry.
It will live in infamy for me forever. All right. Well, I am super excited. We have the Cambry House coming up on December 6th. We did a post earlier this week about that one. I think maybe over the weekend. I'm kind of bummed though. Teresa can't come to that one. But there is another one coming up later in December that she is going to be able to. Her inaugural investigation. Not sure if I don't think Tim, you can't make that one, can you?
I'll be out of town most of December on the
That's
weekends.
what I thought. Yeah, holidays coming up. So, and Miss
Yep.
Michelle, I don't know if you're decided yet on that one yet either. I know you have things going on, so and we completely understand, but we're super excited. We're not going to tell the location of that one because it has not been announced to the public yet. But it is a location we've been to before that we had quite a bit of activity, and it is definitely an amazing location. So
Yes,
it'll
it
be
is.
a great one for Teresa to join us on and see what she picks up, and yeah, and what we can get as far as evidence. So yeah,
We kick off the new
2026.
year strong.
That's right. 2026 is going. I mean, we got some stuff in the works already. We're booked pretty much through July. I know there's always stuff that I like to hide and add in on the table. So don't tell Eric. I know he's listening, but it's always extras that we get invited to, or I find, and I'm like, hey, we got to do this. We got to go. I mean, he can hear me. Love him.
All of a sudden it
Anyway.
fades to black.
Yeah, and there goes the podcast.
And we're off.
All right, guys. Well, it's after 8. I'm super appreciative for everyone, my team. I love you guys. Super excited for 2026. Thank you, Dukers, Spooky Dookie. Looking forward to working with you guys as well. And stay tuned. We will have more tea with Timothy too, so don't forget that. I don't know if it'll be
Oh yeah.
as what's the word I'm looking for? Spicy as tonight, but we will try to keep with whatever holiday theme or whatever is going on at the moment. So, all right. So, last time, thank you for joining us, and we hope everyone has a great night.
Thank you.
Hey.
Good night.
Bye, guys.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Good
You
night.
too.
Thanksgiving.